Sir, please start the class.
Yes, ma'am. Just wait a minute.
Okay.
Yes. Now let's start. We have passed all the general entry and prepared general and leisure of this question yesterday. Now we will prepare the trial balance. First step is a general, then prepare leisure as well as subsidiary books, then prepare trial balance. Now how to prepare the trial balance? Okay. So we have already discussed the theoretical part regarding the trial balance. Now I am just preparing the trial balance of this question. All the balances of the account. On the 1st of July, to balance brought down. This is 9,93,400. All the brought down balance transferred according to the side, according to the debit side or credit side. The balance brought down given in the debit side, so transferred in the debit side and trial balance, or if in the credit side, so transfer in the credit side. So now there is a two type of method to prepare the trial balance. Okay. So now two type of method to prepare that trial balance. You can use any of the method. अच्छा okay बेटा ये रह गया था हमारा last class, I think 2-3 entry we have left in the last class. Just close the balance. Loss by theft account. यहाँ लिखना पड़ेगा on 30th June by balance CD 1,000. And on 1st of July, this is to balance BD 1,000. Now close all the remaining account. This is 30th June by balance CD only 200. Then close the account, make the total, and on 1st of July, this is to balance BD 200. Now this is the interest receive account. On 30th June, to balance CD 2,400, and the 1st July by balance BD and 2,400. This is called the balancing of account. After preparation of ledger, then we have to balance all the account. Now we will prepare the trial balance. Trial balance. So two type of method to prepare that trial balance. I am using here the second type of method in which first column is particular, and two column of amount, debit amount and credit amount. Debit balance transferred in the debit side and credit balance transferred in the credit side. Another method we can also use. This is the account method. Account divided into two parts. Number first, debit side, and number second, credit side. So write down debit balance here in debit side and credit balance here in credit side. Check the balance one by one of all the ledger. So now the first account is a cash account. And the cash balance is debit 9,93,400. Then transferred in debit side in trial balance, in particular cash 9,93,700. Now check the next account. Sorry, 993,400. अभी करते हैं ठीक. Now the capital. And the capital balance is credit. Given in the credit side 10 lakh. So write down the balance of capital in credit side. And this is 9,93,400. First step, prepare general, then prepare ledger, then balancing of account, and then transfer all the closing balance in the trial balance. So now next is the purchase account. And the two balance BD is 51,500. So write down in the debit side. 51,500. So purchase. $51,500. After purchase, Aniket account have no balance. We have already paid total amount to the Aniket and settled down the account. So no need to transfer the balance because no balance is there. Again the cash balance. And the cash balance is the credit balance. This is mean the bank overdraft. Okay, we have withdrawn the more amount from the bank over and above your deposit. So balance with a note, there is a mistake. There is CD and BD. So there is a mistake. So 28,100 is the credit balance bank account. Bank account. 28,100 because credit balance is given. Bank balance may be of credit and may be of debit. After the bank, next account is a Vishakha account. But we have already settled down the account. We have sold the goods to the Vishakha and we received the amount from the Vishakha. So now the balance is nil. The sales. Sales balance is CD and BD by mistake. Sales balance is credit side given. Clear? 21,000. Buy sales. Sorry, not sale, not buy. To and buy is relevant for the profit and loss account and account, not relevant for the trial balance. Done. Now the loss by a fire account. So balance is debit 5,500. Loss by fire. $5,500. Next balance. Commission. So balance given in the credit side. So transfer in the credit side because this is commission received. So this is the income balance credit and expenses balance debit. And the BD given in the credit side. So commission received 3,000. commission given in the credit side, that means this is the income. If the bank interest given in the credit side, so this is the income. If the bank interest given in debit side, so this is the expenses. Okay. If the commission given in the debit side, so this is the expenses. Brokerage paid and brokerage received. Commission paid and commission received. If the balance is debit, that means this is the expenses. Or if the balance is credit, then this is the income after the commission. Next, discount received. If the discount allowed, so expenses, or if discount received, then income. Okay. So balance is 100 rupees. Discount received 100. After the discount received, now the next is the loss by theft, and the balance is debit. The loss by theft is the expenses or losses. Loss by theft 1000. Clear? After loss by theft, next is the discount allowed. Discount allowed is the expenses and balance is debit. Discount allowed 200. Oh, sorry, but the left lane. This one, loss by theft to debit. Loss by theft is debit. Oh, loss by fire is also debit. Loss by fire is debit. Now check. क्या कर दिया हमने? Loss by fire, debit. By mistake, we have write down in the credit side. Now the interest received given in the credit side, 2400. We have write down all the balances 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. How many total ledger we have created? We have created all the 13 ledger. But we transferred only 11 ledger balance in the trial balance. Why? Because two account and we have already settled down during the period. Number first is the Aniket account, or number second is the Visakha account. So now check total balance in trial balance 11, and total ledger is also 11. Total 13 minus 2, so 11. That means we have transferred all the balance in the trial balance. Now we need to check the total. If the total is match, so everything is right. Or if the total is not match of the trial balance, so we have already covered rectification of error. So just make the total. This is 10,54,600. And this is also 10,56,000. Sorry, 10,54,000. 10,54,600. Okay, so this is the procedure or method from the beginning of the financial accounting. The first step is prepare general. Second step is prepare ledger. And the third step is prepare trial balance. Now, after preparation of trial balance, now we will prepare the financial statement or final account. We will discuss further. A small topic we have already covered along with the theory. But if just go through all the theory from study material, because it may be possible that some of the more theory portion given in your study material in comparison to my account, my notes. If you have any doubt, then you can ask. So we have covered the basic concept of accounting, accounting concept, convention, and principle. Basic concept of accounting includes the definition of accounting and all the accounting terminology. We have discussed so many accounting terminology. If any of the terminology leave in comparison to your study material, so please you go through from your study material. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me. Now, after this, हमने बेटा क्या किया? How to record the financial transaction. So we have already covered the convention method and the modern method. Modern method is a dealer concept. By using the dealer method, dealer concept, we can also pass the journal entry. Okay. So we have covered the journal entry, the basic journal entry, as well as the advanced journal entry. The advanced journal entry regarding the discount, trade discount or cash discount, regarding the bad debts recovered, different type of provision, regarding the outstanding, prepaid, accrued or unearned. Okay. And some of the entry regarding the purchase, like goods withdrawn by proprietor for personal purpose, goods given as charity, goods lost by fire, interest on capital, interest on drawing. Some of the concept as well as entry we have already covered. Okay. One of the topic we have already covered, accounting equations. So assets equal to capital plus liability. And we have, I think, already solved from my notes total 9 questions in the class. Clear? Then we have covered that how to prepare ledger and how to prepare cash book and type of cash book. We have already solved, I think, one question in the class and regarding the double column cash book. So single column cash book, double column cash book, and petty cash book. Okay. So petty cash book is a book in which we record the small type of transaction. Malab company given some of the notes, give some of the money to the accountant, and accountant have right to spend small type of expenditure. So for recording the small type of expenditure in the books of account, this is called the petty cash book. Okay. This is but a very important for your examination point of view. So single column cash book, double column cash book, triple column cash book, and fourth one is the petty cash book. Okay. And we have already discussed the trial balance. Now, what is the importance of trial balance? How to prepare the trial balance? What is the procedure of trial balance? So I am just requesting to you, please go through your study material. I have covered most of the part of the syllabus. Okay. Next. After passing the entry, at the time of preparation of trial balance, or if we face that the total of trial balance is mismatch or not match, then we have to check what is the reason behind to mismatch the balance of the trial balance, debit balance as well as the credit balance. For that purpose, one of the chapter rectification of error, rectification of mistake, we have already covered. Okay. So 4 types of mistake we have discussed in the class. The main mistake and classification under the omission, classification under the commission, we have already covered. Okay. And I think I have already shared all the notes to Tejasni also, because Tejasni shared the contact number to me. So I think share all the topic Now after rectification, in the last class, now I will solve 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 type question, different type of question in the class. Yesterday or today, Hanabi, I have discussed how to pass the journal entry, how to prepare the ledger, and how to calculate the closing balance, and how to prepare the trial balance. Okay. The topic as per your study material, preparation of trial balance. And to prepare the trial balance, first we need to record the journal entry, then prepare the ledger, then now we can prepare the trial balance. We have already discussed, Hanabi, the complete theory regarding the trial balance from my notes. Okay. If any of the things that are missing, so please, I am requesting to you, Hanabi, you just go through your study material. Okay. In the next class, we will discuss the different type of question regarding the rectification of error. I think we have already solved 2 questions in the class. Now I am discussing, or I am going to discuss multiple choice question, ठीक है भाई, from all the chapter which I have already covered. So now beta, I have shared my screen in which so many multiple choices given, around I think 150 multiple choices given, multiple choice question is given. So beta, screen is visible. Question number first. Screen visible? Tejaswini is not there. Okay, no issue. Now we are going to discuss the different type of multiple choice question. Question number first. Which of the following account is considered as a real account? I am not just Hanabi tick the correct answer. As per the question, I am discussing all the concept. Which of the following account considers a real account? The type of account we have already discussed: nominal account, personal account, nominal account, and real account. And the 2 type of real account, number first is the tangible real, number second is the intangible real. Or tangible real means plant, machinery, furniture, building, laptop, computer, all are the tangible. Or intangible means which cannot be touched, which cannot be seen, which cannot be measured. So goodwill, patent right, copyright. Which of the following is considered as the real account? So capital is not the real, interest received not the real, outstanding rent not the real, only machinery account is a real account. Clear? Capital account is a personal account. Interest received is the nominal account. Machinery is the real account, or outstanding real rent account is the personal account, and this is called the representative personal account. So correct answer is C, machinery account. Next. In the accounting equation, an increase in asset and decrease in liability. If increase in asset and decrease in liability with the same amount, okay? So result in, so whenever we increase the assets and increase the assets and increase the liability, so there will be no effect clearly on the owner's capital or on the accounting equations. So क्या लिखा? Increase in owner capital? No. Decrease in owner capital? No. Yes, no effect on owner capital. So this is the correct answer. Next. Depreciation is provided on a fixed assets due to, why depreciation charge? Depreciation charge due to the physical wear and tear. The reduction in the value of asset, the depletion in the value of asset, this is called the depreciation. So not appreciation in value, this is not possible. Market value change, this is not possible. Stock adjustment is not possible. So the correct answer is the physical wear and tear. Next. Which of the following is a liability for the business? We have already discussed in the class in the terminology assets and liability. If anything you have, so this is your asset. Clear? Or if you are liable to pay to the others, this is called liability. Outstanding and prepaid we have already discussed. Prepaid is called the assets or outstanding is called the liability. So what a cash in hand is your assets, furniture is your asset, and prepaid, this is also your asset. So what is the liability? So correct answer is the outstanding basis. All the outstanding is the liability or all the prepaid is the assets. We have already discussed in the class. Next. If you look at if your firm failed to account for accrued expenses, the result would be, if you fail to record the accrued expenses, so overstate the net profit? Yes. Understate? No. Understatement revenue? No. Liability? No. So now this is the correct answer. Next. Which principle require that revenue is recognized at the point of sale? We have discussed in the class realization or realizable principle. Okay. Conservative we have discussed, matching we have discussed, and cost priceable. Historical cost means historical cost we have discussed. So if the expenses related to recognize, so this is the realization principle. When preparing a balance sheet, prepaid insurance shown. So prepaid is the assets and outstanding is the liability. Now question is, this is long-term assets or short-term assets? And long-term liability and short-term liability. Long-term means the duration of asset is more than 1 year, so this is called long-term. Or if less than 1 year, then this is called short-term. So if you paid insurance as a advance prepaid, so this will always be current assets. Okay, short-term means current assets and short-term liability means current liability. So answer is the current assets. Fixed assets means plant, machinery, current assets. Current liability means outstanding expenses. Creditor. Current asset means prepaid expenses, debtor, or bills receivable, or bills payable. And long-term liability means the duration of the loan is more than 1 year. This is the loan for more duration period, debenture, all are the long-term liability. Next. The going concern concept assume that पढ़ चुके बेटे हम लोग, we have covered. I have already shared my notes. Going concern. Well, business will run forever, forever and forever. Business will continue for always be. So will not be continue indefinitely? Wrong. Will liquidate all the assets at book value? Wrong. Will continue for a foreseeable future? This is the correct answer. Will prepare financial statement annually? The wrong. So correct answer is C. Now, the provision for doubtful debt created in the books of account. Okay. Just leave it for this question. We will discuss in further. Revenue expenditure generally incurred. We have discussed 3 types of expenditure. Number first, revenue. Number second, capital. Or number third, deferred revenue. We have discussed. The expenditure required to operate the day-to-day transaction. This is called the revenue. The expenditure incurred to purchase the fixed asset. This is called the capital. Or deferred revenue means expenditure incurred this year, but we can get the benefit in future. So this is called the deferred revenue expenses. Or example of deferred revenue expenditure, not always be advertisement. In some time, advertisement may be of deferred revenue, but in some time, advertisement may be of revenue. You can't say कि advertisement is an example of deferred revenue. This is a wrong answer. Expenditure incurred for advertisement, किस लिए? For more duration of a future year. So such expenditure can be of deferred revenue. The next example is a hoarding and boarding charges. Hoarding and boarding charges. ठीक है भाई, we have installed the hoarding outside your business premises or in the top of the business premises. This is not the revenue. This is not the total. This is a hoarding. So this is the deferred revenue expenditure because life of the hoarding is more than 1 year. तो क्या लिखेंगे बेटा? Acquisition of fixed assets is a capital. Expansion for production capacity, this is capital. Routine maintenance, this is revenue. Or increase in assets value, this is also capital. So now routine maintenance and repair is the expenditure of the revenue expenditure. Sorry, example of the revenue expenditure. Now question number 11. Which of the following not considered as the operating expenses? Expenses, what is operating expenses? Expenses which are required to operate the business. This is called operating expenses, including office and administration overhead and selling and distribution overhead, except financial charge like interest. So interest is not the operating expenses. Clear? So depreciation is the operating, rent is the operating, wages is the operating. So now the correct answer is the interest or not. This is the correct answer. Matching concept. We have discussed in the class. Matching concept is based on the principle that revenue should be match expenses in the same period. I think this is the correct answer. Expenses are recorded when paid, wrong. Revenue recorded when received, wrong. And capital and revenue expenditure are distinct. This is also wrong regarding this question. What is the matching concept? So revenue should match with the expenses in the same period. We will record in the financial statement all the revenue or all the expenses. Then we can find out the profit or loss. Next. Which of the following is treated as the capital expenditure? Okay. So beta purchase of क्या लिखा है? Purchase of office supplies. Office supply like the stationery. Not office stays, not office assets. Repair is the revenue expenditure. This is revenue expenditure, revenue expenditure, salary revenue expenses. Only purchase of machinery is the capital expenditure. So this is the correct answer. Now, next. The correct general entry of goods purchased on credit. We have already passed. And I mean so many types of entry in the class. Goods purchased on credit. So from XYZ Limited. So entry will be purchase account debit to XYZ Limited. Now check whether this option is given. We never tick the answer after reading the option. What is the exact procedure exact method to solve the multiple choice question. Just read the question and apply the rule regarding the question and check in the option whether this option is given. So entry should be purchase account debit to XYZ Limited. Check. Debit purchase and credit expenditure. Debit purchase, credit cash not be possible because the goods purchased on credit basis. Debit XYZ Limited credit purchase not possible because purchase balance will always be debit. Purchase balance never be credit. And the cash account debit and credit account expired party account credit wrong. So correct entry is a purchase account debit to XYZ Limited. Next. 50. Which accounting concept assume that a business will operate indefinitely? This is the going concern concept. This is the correct answer. What is the business entity concept? Business entity concept means business and businessman both are separate persons. You definitely, Hanabi, take the correct answer after applying the rule. Don't check the option. First think the correct answer. This answer should be Hanabi of this question. Or now check whether this option is given in the question. Definitely you will do very good in the paper. What is business entity concept? Business and businessman both are separate person. So this is not the correct answer. What is the going concern? Business will always be run forever, indefinitely period. So this is the correct answer. So now check the correct answer is this. Money measurement concept means whenever money involved in the transaction, then we will record the transaction. Otherwise, we never record the transaction. And the matching concept we have already done before 2 or 3 questions. Revenue should be matched with the expenses. Next question. The primary objective of financial accounting is to so many type of objective of the financial accounting. Primary, provide information for internal decision making. This is not the primary object. Because financial transaction, this may be possible, but we have to choose best alternative option. Provide information to external user or track the cash flow. So this is the appropriate answer. In the double entry system accounting double entry system accounting, every transaction have how many effects? 2 effects. One of the effect is debit, another effect is credit. Now check whether this answer is given. Yes, 2 equal and opposite effects. Only one effect wrong. 2 effect yes, an effect of revenue only wrong, an effect of capital only wrong. Don't go through the solution, go through the option. Just read the question and give the solution, check the solution in the option and then tick the correct option. Now, the concept of financial statement should be recorded, should be report all insignificant financial information. That means this is the full disclosure. Whenever we prepare the financial statement, so our liability is to disclose all the information regarding the financial statement in the books of in the financial statement. Number first, conservatism, no. Full disclosure, yes. Matching, no. Double aspect, no. अभी discuss हमने किया matching concept. Next, which of the following account does not appear in the trial balance? Trial balance. Account receivable, yes, this will be appear. Cash, yes. Basis, yes, but closing stock, this may be possible to not appear in the trial balance. The accounting process that allocate the cost of fixed assets over a useful life is called क्या बेटा? Depreciation. Which of the following is the current assets? क्या डिस्कस किया हमने? करंट असेट्स और शॉर्ट टर्म असेट्स. fixed assets and long-term assets. Current means short term and fixed assets mean long term. The duration is less than 1 year current and more than 1 year then fixed. So whether inventory is a long term, trademark is a long term, machinery is the long term, only inventory is a short term. We cannot keep the inventory for more than 1 year. That's why this is the current assets. Expenses incurred but not yet paid as classified as, ठीक है ना बेटा, accrued. The type of accounting that record revenue and expenditure when they incurred, regardless when cash is exchanged. So this is called the accrual system of accounting. So three system of accounting. Number first is the cash system of accounting. Well, how to maintain your books of account? On the basis of cash accounting, on the basis of accrual accounting, or number third is the mix or mix-based hybrid. But most of the businessmen use accrual system accounting. Whenever incidents occur, then we will record the transaction. Clear, bhai? Very less person, only in the government organization, they record the transaction only on the basis of cash accounting. Well, whenever we receive the cash, then we will record the entry. Whenever we pay the cash, then we will record the entry, otherwise never. And number third is the mix or the hybrid system. Hybrid system means we will record the transaction including accrual as well as cash. So correct answer is accrual account. The amount invested by owner to the business is called, we have discussed in the first class, is called the capital. Now check whether capital is given in the option. Yes, so correct answer is capital. Next. Which of the following is not classified as an asset? So two things. Number first, assets, or number second is liability. If anything you have, this is the asset, or if you are liable to pay to the other, this is called the liability. And the two type of assets. Number first is the long term. Long term means fixed assets, or number second is short term, and short term means current assets. And two type of liability. Number first, long term liability or current liability, and current liability means short term liability. Question is which of the following not classified assets? So inventory is the assets, cash is the assets, account receivable is the assets. So answer is the owner equity. Because different type of assets, different type of liability. You have the knowledge, assets and liability, then you can easily find out. But if so many option is given, so just in that type of question, you can check the option. Recording transaction in a systematic and chronological order is known as generalizing. Known as generalizing. General के बाद क्या बनाते हैं बेटा? Posting. And the posting means ledger posting. Then trial balance, summarizing in nothing. If a business purchase a vehicle for office use, this is the capital expenditure. It would be classified as capital expenditure. Which concept suggested that accounts should be recorded at their historical cost rather than current market price? So the concept is the historical cost concept. So whether cost concept is mentioned in the option or whether historical cost concept is mentioned, both is the correct answer. Next. The principle that assume transaction are recorded, the same question again, historical policy, original cost and historical cost, same type of question, similar question. liability owned by the business is classified, very easy question, classified liability. Equity means capital, revenue, expenses, so answer is the liability. Next. Which type of liability is settled within 1 year of the reporting date? I मैंने आपको क्या बोला बेटा, current liability or short term liability, both are same. When we are liable to repay the amount within a period of less than 1 year, so short term, more than 1 year, then long term, and the short term is current. So long term means duration is more than 1 year. Current means duration is less than 1 year. This is the non-current, this is the contingent liability. Match of the following type of cash book with their features. So some of the beta type of cash book is given and features is given, then we have to record the cash book along with the features. So single column cash book, double column cash book, triple column cash book, and multiple column cash book, check. Record only one transaction, so this is called the single column cash book. Record both cash and bank, so beta this is the double column cash book. Triple column cash book में क्या लिखा बेटा यहाँ पर, record cash, bank and discount, so this is the triple column cash book. And the multiple column cash book means customized, organized with the large size. The option I think is not correct is given. Question ऐसे होता है बेटा, दिया होगा A का 2, B का 1, C का 3, D का 4, पहला ऑप्शन. Second option A1, B2, C3, D4. Third option A4, B2, C3, D1. And the fourth option A1, B2, C4, and D4. Now we have to match the option. What is the correct option? Check. A1, B2, C3, and D4. Check. So correct answer is A1, B2, C3, D4. Correct answer is second. Question is incomplete in the notes. So in this also incomplete. We will rectify the question and update the question, then we will send to you. Match the following accounting convention with their definition. ठीक है भाई, चला बेटा कंसिस्टेंसी देख लेते हैं. सेम लिखा है, अप्लाइंग द सेम अकाउंटिंग मेथड टू full disclosure information, important information, full disclose. So but materiality है ना, including only significance information, and आगे क्या लिखा यहाँ पर, reporting lower profit is uncertain. तो हमारा क्या आ गया बेटा यहाँ पर, ये तो हो गया ना सी का 1, ये आ गया हमारा ए का 3 मतलब रिपोर्टिंग कंजर्वेटिव, एंड द मटेरियलिटी का मतलब हमारा आ गया बेटा ओनली सिग्निफिकेंट इंफॉर्मेशन. दिस इज द करेक्ट आंसर. I wrongly and only I just give the correct answer. Basically I have to give the 4 options, so I will correct all the question here, then I will send. Match the following accounts with their respective category. So the salary is the expenses, bank overdraft is the liability, machinery is the assets, and sales is the revenue. देखते हैं क्या लिखा बेटा. Sales is the revenue or income, both are same. मतलब इसका आंसर आ गया बेटा 1, इसका 2, इसका 3, इसका. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, which of the following error with their description? ठीक है, which of the following error? Just wait a minute. Oh, error of principal, misclassification of account. This one होगा. Error of omission, complete absence of entry. So 3 हो गया. Compensatory error, error that balance out. An error of commission means incorrect amount. A का 1, B का 3, C का 2, and 4 का 3. How to option will be given in your exam. उसमें in exam first, second, third, and fourth. A का 1, B का 3, C का 2. Suppose 4 option is given. So correct answer is this one. A1, B3, C2, and D4. This type of question may be asked. So I just forgot the exact option. Some of the assertions and the reason is given. Assertion and depreciation is a non-cash expense. Yes, true. We never pay any amount to the depreciation. And the depreciation involved actual cash outflow. So this is the wrong. Since the depreciation is a non-cash expenses, so why it inflate the inflow and outflow of the cash? No. So option क्या लिखा बेटा? A and B both are true? No. A and R both are true, but R does not explain A wrong, and A is true and R is false. So this is the correct answer. And A is false, R is true. So this is the wrong answer. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is C. Next. Arrange the following in the logical sequence. The first sequence is the preparation of general. Second sequence is the preparation of ledger. Then third is the trial balance. The fourth is the preparation of financial statement like profit and loss account and balance sheet. ठीक है? Sequences C, A, B, and D. This is ऑप्शन कैसे दिया होगा बेटा क्वेश्चन में? सपोज A, B, C, D first, second C, A, B, D. So now this is the correct answer. Third is D, C, A, B. This type of option will be given. I just forgot to give the correct option. I just write down the correct answer. Arrange the following type of accounts in order. In order. तो देखो, assets, liability, revenue and expenses. ऐसे बोलते हैं बेटा, asset, liability, revenue, nature. Arrange the following step for preparing the bank reconciliation statement. We will discuss bank reconciliation statement further. Then we will solve the question at that time. Arrange the following transaction in order to financial statement preparation. This will also be discussed in future. क्या देखा? Which of the following statement are double column cash book are true? It record only cash transaction. Wrong. In the single column cash book, we record only cash. Include the bank and cash? Yes. It show the balance of cash in hand? No. It show the balance of cash in hand as well as the bank balance. It show the discount received, so no. ठीक भाई. So correct answer is B. ये क्या बोल रहा है बेटा? Oh, steps do. Which of the following statement? Which of the following? Yes. So beta, it show the cash in hand? Yes. It is show the discount allowed? Yes. How many? How many options are the correct? So last three options are the correct. So answer is C. This one. Which of the following account are in the profit? Which of the following are account in the profit and loss account? ठीक है. क्या लिखा? Which of the following account? No. So answer is wrong. No, the question is wrong. Question is not exactly right answer. So leave it this question. We will correct this question. Which statement are correct regarding the bank reconciliation? We will discuss further. Depreciation, we also discuss further. Which of the following is the current liabilities? ठीक बेटा. So debenture is the long-term liability. Loan to supplier is the loan to supplier. The asset. This is not the liability. And share capital is the capital. So correct answer is the bank overdraft. In journal entry, which account type is typically debited for expenses incurred? ठीक है भाई. So now the beta answer is expenses. Income, assets in balance sheet. ये कहाँ है expenses? चलो पढ़ते. What is the purpose of suspense account in accounting? Suppose we have prepared the trial balance. And the debit side of trial balance is 10 lakh. And the credit side of trial balance is 9,30,000. Or we have checked all the entry, all the ledger. By default, the balance is not matched. So how we will rectify? So we transferred 670,000 rupees in the credit side under the suspense account. क्या लिखा बेटा? What is the purpose of suspense account in accounting? To rectify trial balance differences temporarily. We have checked one time, but the balance is not matched. So you are not Hanabi spending more time that time. In that time, you cannot spend more time. Then how you will rectify? You just transfer the sum of the amount is the suspense account, then rectify the balance and then prepare remaining statement. ये कोई नहीं आएगा. Consignment account, we will discuss further. Assertion and reason. Depreciation is a non-cash expenses. Yes, true. Or depreciation is recorded to reflect the market value of the assets. False. Depreciation is just charge and to write off the fixed assets. So correct answer is A is true and all or is R is false. Sorry. Next. Depreciation on asset is charged annually. Yes. And the purpose of depreciation is to allocate the cost of an assets over a useful life. So this is also correct. So answer is both A and R true. R is a correct explanation of A. Explanation is given. So correct answer is A. Check. Same question regarding the assertion and reason. In a financial accounting, depreciation calculate using the straight line method and WDB method. ठीक है बेटा, ये right है. And these method reduce value of fixed assets amount of each period. Now check. Both A and R are true. ये तो ठीक है बेटा. But the R is correct explanation of A. No. A and R are true, but R is not correct explanation of A. This method reduces the assets value over by a fixed amount of each period. Okay, this is not the correct. Why not correct? Definitely this will reduce the value, but this will not be reduce the value with the fixed amount. Only in the straight line method reduce होती है बेटा value with the fixed amount, but in the WDB method value will reduce, definitely will reduce. ठीक है ना? Not with the fixed amount. So statement are correct, but the R it not correct explanation of A. A is true, R and false, wrong. A false, R true. This is also wrong. Next question. Assertion and reason. The provision for doubtful debt is created to cover potential losses from uncontrollable account, uncollectible account. क्या लिखा अभी? एक बार जरा बेटा. A provision for doubtful debt is created to cover the potential loss from uncollectible account. So this is true. But we have discussed better in the next class. But is the provision for doubtful debt? Then करेंगे उसको छोड़ देते हैं. Accumulated depreciation appear on the balance sheet as a deduction from the assets original cost. Yes, true. It's so as an assets account to reflect the value of assets over a time. So this is beta false. Depreciation is calculated to match the cost of assets with the revenue they generated. ठीक है भाई? And definitely depreciation calculated to match the cost of assets with the revenue generated, and to follow the accrual basis of accounting matching concepts. So but this is true and this is true, and explanation is also correct. So answer is A. Again, assertion assertion. ये बेटे छोड़ देते हैं. We will discuss further. The diminishing value method, मतलब WDB, of depreciation apply a constant rate of a decreasing balance. Yes, and this method assume equal usage of an assets every year. This is false. In the WDB method, the amount of depreciation will always be decreased year by year. Capital expenditure so in the asset side of the balance sheet. Yes, What is the capital expenditure? Expenditure incurred to purchase the assets, plant, machinery, furniture, building, laptop, computer, all are the capital expenditure. It generate beyond the expended beyond one accounting period. Yes. Yes. Because the revenue expenditure we will write off in the profit and loss account, but the capital expenditure we will show in the balance sheet, or in the capital expenditure record in the balance sheet so many years according to accounting periods. So both are correct. So answer is A. Both are correct, or explanation is also correct. Again, ये बेटे छोड़ देते हैं. We will discuss again. है ना भाई? Financial is whenever we prepare the financial statement, then we can solve easily. Arrange the following step in the accounting cycle in the correct order. So beta, first is the recording of general. Second is prepared ledger. Third is prepared trial balance. And fourth is preparation of financial statement. So answer is B, C, D, or A. Now check whether B, C, D, A is given in the question. Yes, B, C, D, A. So correct answer is second. Next. ये बात में करेंगे बेटा. Bank reconciliation we will do, है ना भाई, further. Arrange the following in order to preparation of cash book. ठीक है जी. First क्या करेंगे? Record the cash receipt, record the cash payment, total of receipts and payment, and calculate the balance. So A, C, D, A. This will be the correct answer. A, C, D. Beta cost accounting. This will discuss in future further. Arrange the following component of the trial balance process in the logical order. Okay. So how to prepare the trial balance? First, record the transaction first. Pose the ledger. Second, draft the trial balance. Third, and identify the error. Fourth. So answer is B, C, D, or A. Okay. Whenever we make the total, then we can find out the error. So this is a fourth step. Arrange the following transaction sequence to their impact of financial statement, but this is related to preparation of financial statement, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So leave it for some time, some period. This is also we have to leave. If the total of debit column of the trial balance exceed the credit column. So this is the debit and this is the credit. This balance is 10 lakh and this balance is 9,70,000. The total of debit column of trial balance. No. Sorry. This is 10 lakh and this is 9. If the total of debit column of the trial balance exceed the credit column, well, a debit column is more than the credit column. Suppose debit credit column is 10 lakh and the credit column is 9,70,000. This means number first answer is correct. Error in the trial balance. Profit, no. Surplus, no. Nothing is normal. Which of the following would cause of trial balance to be out of balance? When the trial balance is to be out of balance. When recording of transaction in the wrong account. If you record the transaction in the wrong account, so definitely the trial balance will be met. if you purchase the goods, purchase account debit 10,000 to Ram, but you pass the entry purchase account debit to Shyam. So this entry will not affect the total of the trial balance because you have entered 10,000 in the debit side and 10,000 in the credit side. That's why this will not be effect on the total of trial balance. So this not be possible. Omitted the transaction altogether. Yeah, this may not be possible. Suppose one of the entry purchase account debit to Ram, you fail to pass the entry. You fail to record the entry. This will not be affect the total of trial balance. Next, the posting of debit entry without corresponding the credit entry. Yeah, this should be the right answer. You have posted only one side and you have failed to post Hanabi in the another side. So once you fail to post in any of the side, so definitely total will not be match. Or recording an entry twice, again with a total will be match. When total will not be match? When if one of the side you entered, just example 1,000, or on the credit side you entered is rupees 1,100, so definitely total will not be match. You entered only in the debit side, but you failed to enter in the credit side. So again, total will not be match. Otherwise, in all the cases, total will be match. Next, the preparing of trial balance is to calculate the profit and loss. No. Prepare the balance sheet directly. ठीक है ना? And deduct the error in the ledger posting. Yes. Which of following statement is incorrect about a trial balance? Incorrect about a trial balance. It prepare after the ledger account or balance. Yes, this is the correct, not incorrect. It provide the accuracy of the ledger. Yes, this is correct. It always guarantees to accuracy of the account. This is 100% incorrect. Trial balance is not the accuracy, not the guaranteed for the accuracy of the account. For the trial balance, you can only check whether is there any mistake or not. If the total of trial balance is not match, then there is a mistake. So it is not guaranteed to accuracy of the account. Suppose the total is matched, but you forget to pass the entry. So definitely total will be match, but you forget to record the entry. So this is not the guarantee for the accuracy of the accounts. So correct answer 3. It's list both debit side and credit balance. ये तो सही है. Next, if the trial balance does not balanced, which of the following could be the reason? If the match is not total. Transposition error in account balance? Yes. Omission of transaction? Yes. Reversal of entry? Yes. So total answer is the all of the above. Which of the following account would have debit balance of a trial balance? So with a revenue balance credit, expenses balance debit, account payable credit, and the capital credit. So now the correct answer is the expenses account. The trial balance, the balance of the sales account is shown in debit side, expenses, or purchase, credit side, sales and revenue. So correct answer is the credit side. Which of the following error will not affect the trial balance? ठीक है जी, will not affect. Posting of entry to the wrong answer, no. Transposition error, no. Single side, no. So correct answer is error of omission. If you omit the error, so total will not be affected. This type of error occur when a transaction recorded in the wrong account of the same time. This is called the error of commission. If I purchase 5,000 is recorded as 500. So what is the type of error? This is called the transposition error. We have posted the wrong amount. Which of the following error would cause the trial balance be unequal? Okay. When credit entry omitted, yes. If one of the entry you have omitted, so trial balance will not be equal. Sales recorded wrong account, this will be possible. Recording liability, depreciation liability, so correct answer is error of principal affect which of the following? Error of principal affect which of the following? In all the statement by the profit and loss account and balance sheet. So correct answer is 3. Which error does not affect the trial balance? Posting an entry only to the debit side. Now this will be affect. Posting an entry to the wrong type, no, this will be affect. Entering wrong entry of both the side, yes, this will not be affect. So answer should be C. Oh, omitting the transaction altogether. Entering the wrong amount of both the side. Okay, we have entered the wrong amount both the side. Debit side as well as credit side will not be affected. Yes, omitting the transaction altogether. When an entry is made twice, so this is called the duplicating error, duplication error. A payment 2,000 for repair was debited to the machine. This is an example. Or now we have made the payment for the repair. So entry, this is the revenue expenditure, not capital expenditure. By mistake, you treated such expenditure as a capital expenditure. So this mistake is classified as an error of principle. You principally wrong. You conceptually wrong. So this is called the error of principle. This type of error is corrected by making an opposite entry to nullify the original incorrect entry. Okay. This is called the compensatory error. Entry which can be easily compensated. So this is called the compensatory error. If the sales of rupees 1,500 are credited to the sales account, but the omitted to the cash account, when any of the transaction, any part of the entry is omitted, so this is called error of omission. Omission means omit. If only any of the entry you fail to record, so this is called error of omission. If you are the conceptually mistake, if you are failed to follow the rules and regulations, so this is called the error of principle. Error of compensation means which cannot be easily compensate error. So this is called error of principle. Okay. Now, why rectification of error? Which of the following account will be used if the amount affect unknown, so suspense account? Not possible to rectify the mistake in a correct manner. Then you can transfer the remaining amount as a suspense account. Purchase goods for rupees 5,000 from Ram was recorded as a sale. Wow. But should be the correct entry. The correct entry should be purchase account debit to Ram. but you wrongly post it. What is the wrong entry? Sales account debit to Ram. So Ram is correct side. Then you have to rectify the entry. सही को सही लिखना है. Write down the correct entry with the correct manner and just reverse the wrong entry. So क्या करेंगे? So now the entry is purchase account debit to sales. Now this is the answer: debit purchase account and credit sales account. Write down the correct in a correct manner. How to rectify and reverse the wrong entry. This is the system to prepare the rectified entry. Chalo ji, next. Wages paid for installation of machinery amounted to 3,000. What should be the correct entry? The correct entry should be machinery account debit to cash. Was debited to the wages account. What is the wrong entry we have passed? We have passed the wages account debit and to cash. So there is no problem of cash. Cash is correct in both the cases. Then how to pass the rectified entry? Write down the correct as it is. So machinery account debit. And the wrong entry write down with the reverse side, opposite side, so two wages. Write down the correct in the correct side and wrong in the opposite side. So correct entry is the machinery account debit to wages. So now check the correct entry, machinery account debit to wages. ठीक है जी. Next. Goods worth rupees 4,000 were recorded. No, sorry. Goods worth rupees 4,000 was purchased, but recorded as 400 in the purchase account. We need to record purchase account is rupees 4,000, but we have recorded only 400 rupees. This is called the compensatory error. So we need to increase of purchase account with rupees 3,600. तो क्या करेंगे बेटे? डेबिट परचेज कितना रुपीस से? 4 rupees 3,600. The entry which can be easily compensated, this is called the compensatory. A cash sales of rupees 1,200 was completely omitted from the books. Okay. Error of omission. A cash sales of rupees 1,200 was completely omitted. We failed to record the transaction. So just pass the correct entry. Just pass the current entry. So current entry is cash account debit to sales. If we fail to record the transaction, so we have to pass just only correct entry. If we have passed the wrong entry, so first write down the correct entry, then write down the wrong entry, then write down prepare the rectified entry. Then how to prepare the rectified entry? Just write down correct in the correct side and just reverse side. You have to write down the wrong entry. So correct entry is the cash account debit to sales. Next. A payment of rupees 500 for rent was debited to the furniture account. Okay. A payment of 500 for rent. What is the correct entry? So correct entry should be rent account debit to cash. We have wrongly transferred such amount in the furniture account. What is the wrong entry? Wrong entry is the furniture account debit to furniture account debit to cash. So cash is correct side. What is the rectified entry? Write down the correct in a correct manner. In wrong entry, we should reverse. So rent account debit to furniture. Oh. Goods returned from customer worth rupees 2500 wrongly credited in the purchase return account. Purchase return by purchase balance debit and purchase return balance credit. Sales balance credit and sales return balance debit. Then goods return from customer. So beta, this is the sales return. This is the sales return. The entry should be so entry should be sales balance debit and sales return sales balance credit sales return balance debit na? Sales return account debit to customer. This should be the correct entry. By default, we record purchase return account debit to customer. So customer is correct. Write down the correct entry. Sales return account debit and reverse the wrong entry to purchase return. We have already discussed Hanabi, I think two question Hanabi at the time of this chapter. An amount 800 received from Ramesh was credited to his account as only 80. This is called the compensatory error. How much we have to record more? We have to record more only 720 rupees. ठीक है जी. A check of rupees 1500 issued to supplier was recorded as 15,000 rupees in the bank book. We have to record kitna beta 1500 rupees. A check issued to the supplier. So entry is supplier account debit to bank. A check issued to supplier was recorded 15,000. So what should be the correct entry beta? A check issued. And the wrong entry is supplier account debit to bank. How much? This is 15,000. ठीक है बेटा. But the answer is not exact. So the rectified entry होना चाहिए should be bank account debit to supplier, not cash account debit to supplier. But the case is wrong. Entry should be bank account debit to supplier rupees 13,500. Next. A credit sales of rupees 2000 to Mira was recorded as 200 in the sales account. What is the entry? Mira account debit to sales कितना 2000. And we have recorded how much? Only 200. So we need to record कितना भाई 1800. We reverse the entry with rupees 1800. ठीक है भाई. So we need to enter sales account debit to. Oh, just 1 minute, but was recorded in the sales. Okay. मतलब we record 2000 rupees is the Mira account, but record 200 rupees in the sales. So remaining amount we have to reverse with the suspense account. ये वाला सही ठीक तो है. Debit Mira account and credit sales account remaining 1800. A cash payment 3000 for stationery was wrongly debited to the purchase account. But should be the correct entry. So correct entry should be stationery account debit 3000 to cash 3000. And what is the wrong entry? We have passed purchase account debit to cash. So cash is correct. No need to change. So what will be the rectified entry? So rectified entry should be stationery account debit to purchase. This is the correct entry. A business owner invests 50,000 cash into the business. Which of the following is correct accounting equation? Okay. Beta assets equal to capital plus liability. So whenever we invest the money in the business, so assets will increase of rupees kitna 50,000, and the capital will also be increased with rupees 50,000. So assets increase 50,000, liability increase 50,000, wrong. Asset increased by 50,000, owner equity received by 50,000, right? Yeah, wrong. Correct answer. If the company takes a loan of rupees 20,000 from the bank, okay, liability increase, beta. Which of the following entries? So whenever you take the loan, so your bank balance has been increased. So beta kya hua? Assets increase as well as liability increase. Check. Assets increased by 20,000, liability increased by 20,000. This should be the correct answer. Asset increased by 20,000, owner equity increased by 20,000, wrong. Liability decreased 20,000, wrong. Asset increased 20, liability increased 20, so wrong. This is the correct answer. नहीं but यहाँ ये sorry asset decrease. Goods purchase on credit for rupees 10,000, but accounting equation वाला chapter चल रहा है. Goods purchase on credit for rupees 10,000 will affect the accounting equation by whenever we purchase the goods on credit. So asset will increase and the liability will also increase. So assets increase and liability increase. Increasing the asset and decreasing the liability, wrong. Increasing assets and liability, correct. Increasing liability, decreasing owner equity, wrong. No effects of assets and liability, this is also wrong. So now the correct answer is B. if the sales of rupees 5,000 are made, what will be the effect on increase the equations? So whenever you sell the goods as a cash, so cash is coming in the business, so assets increase. Clear? So whenever you sell the goods, so it will be effect in the owner's capital. Reason is that the profit will generate at the time of sale. So now what is the closing capital? Opening capital. Plus net profit or net loss. Plus increase capital and minus drawing. So whenever we sell the goods, definitely it will be effect on the owner's capital. What will be the effects? So owner capital will also be increased. So increase assets and increase owner capital. A business buy equipment worth rupees 8,000 by paying 3,000 cash and taking the balance loan. So whenever you purchase the asset, so assets will increase by rupees 8,000 and cash decrease for rupees 3,000 and liability increase by rupees 5,000. Asset increase 8,000, cash decrease 3,000, liability decrease 5,000. So this is the correct answer. If the business pay off a creditor 2,000 in cash, what will be the effect of the accounting equation? Whenever you pay to the creditor, so beta liability हमारी क्या होगा? Decrease, and the assets will also be decrease. Decrease in assets and decrease in liability. Goods worth rupees 1,500 are withdrawn by the owner for his personal use. So this is called the drawing. तो क्या होगा बेटा? Decrease in current assets, decrease in assets, sorry. Or whenever you draw the amount, now check the closing capital, definition of closing capital. Opening capital plus net profit minus net loss plus further issue of capital और minus drawing. Drawing क्या करता है? Minus करते हैं तो क्या होगा? Decrease in assets. Decrease in assets. Sorry, decrease in owner's equity. Decrease in assets as well as decrease in owner equity. Next, if a customer pay rupees 4,000 for a service that was previously provided on credit. Now, how does the effects on accounting? So whenever you pay, so definitely asset will decrease, or your liability will also be decrease. A business received 2,500 cash as a capital contribution. So क्या होगा बेटा? Increase the assets, clear, and also increase the liability. Entries ने पूछा आपसे cash account debit into capital account. This entry is given. Cash account debit to capital. If a machinery costing rupees 12,000 is bought with a down payment of 4,000 and rest on credit, what will be the effect? Same entry we have already done. We have already passed assets increase, cash decrease, and liability increase. Same entry we have already passed. Which of the following is the capital expenditure? Yes, repeat question. Purchase of this. Which of the following classified revenue expenditure side? This is also repeat. Purchase of land, capital. Construction building, capital. Installation new machinery, capital. But the salary is the revenue. So salary is the correct answer. What is the key difference between the capital and revenue expenditure? Capital expenditure increase the liability, while revenue expenditure reduce the asset. This is not the right answer. Capital expenditure provide benefit for several years, यहाँ तक ठीक है, while the revenue expenditure provide within the current year. So this should be the right answer. Revenue expenditure recorded in the balance sheet wrong. Revenue expenditure recorded in the profit and loss account, and the capital expenditure recorded in the balance sheet. This statement is also wrong. Capital reduce the liability wrong. Correct answer is. Which of the following transaction is an example of capital receipts? We have discussed in one of the class capital expenditure, revenue expenditure, capital receipts, and revenue receipt. The sale of old furniture is the capital receipts. Which of the following is a revenue receipt? So rent received is a revenue receipt. Which of the following would treated as the capital expenditure? ठीक है भाई, देखते हैं बेटा. Which of the following is expensive? So printing of existing building, revenue. Legal fee acquiring of capital building, capital. Regular vehicle surveys, revenue. Office supplies, revenue. So correct answer is the B. Repair made to a machine to keep the operational. This is called the capital expenditure. This is not to keep. No. If the running business, if the machine is already running business, if such expenditure incurred for the repair, this is the revenue. Or in case of old machinery purchase and expenditure incurred to repair the machinery, and such repair is the capital repair. But we will discuss 2-3 more questions now. Only up to 115. Then we will discuss the remaining in the next class. Which of the following statement true regarding the capital expenditure? It's charged to the profit and loss account wrong, because capital expenditure charged in the balance sheet. It's reduced the assets value on the balance sheet wrong. It increased the assets value in the balance sheet. Create an asset, increase the value of an existing asset. This is the correct answer. It record the liability of the balance sheet. This is also the wrong answer. Which of the following is the revenue expenditure? Purchase of a new delivery vehicle? No. Cost of upgrading machinery? No. Repair of office premises? Yes. Purchase of land? Wrong. Now today's last question. Now we will discuss in next class. We will discuss around 200 questions. ठीक है ना? Up to the last topic which I covered, I think rectification of mistake. Last question. An amount is spent for replacing old machinery with new machinery is considered as the capital expenditure. If you're replacing old machinery with the new, so capital. ठीक है? I think बेटा बहुत हो गया आज के लिए. We will discuss the remaining question as well as the next chapter in the next class. Tejaswini, I think you joined late.
Yes, sir. There's part 2 classes also going on, sir.
Okay, 2 classes.
Yeah.
So, but I have covered around 115 questions in MCQ today. I will send all the MCQ to you because I have only your contact number.
Yes,
so
sir.
go through all the question very carefully. Definitely you will get the maximum marks. Okay,
Sure,
beta?
sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, बेटा. तो आज अभी इतना करते हैं, ठीक? Okay, bye. Look.